Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Shami. Good morning,
Good
Frederick.
morning.
How are we this morning?
I think
Very well, very well. Thank you.
Fabulous. So I'll start today in the introduction. What is Virtual Club? So get to know us and we get to know you. It's a meet and greet in our company networking with business to customer and business to business in collaboration, networking, and what we can do is introduce ourselves, you introduce yourselves, and anybody out there come into our virtual club via my website, virtual-agency.org. You'll see events, and then you become a member to our virtual club. It's a chance for you to introduce your company, your links, yourself, what you do, what you've got to offer, and also then come back later and do a presentation and actually come and speak to us. And everybody, it's a platform and a forum to sit around a table in a networking group and introduce what you actually do to everybody else. So that's virtual club, basically. So shall we go round the room, and Shami, do you want to, and Frederick, and obviously we don't know if anybody else will come in today, but obviously we'll have a chat and introduce ourselves and what we do and what we're about, or your goals and aspirations now in the future.
Definitely. Thank you. Thank you very much for the opportunity, Claire. And it's been great being on this virtual clubs that we run on Fridays on Sheffield. Well, I'll start with myself. I'm Shamir Rahim, based up in Norwich. I've got 20 years of experience in IT. I run a virtual club. I'm looking at the virtual model. I've got hybrid model. So I do have digital agencies, digital services there. I do have virtual services there, which is called answering services and chat answering services. And I also run a networking club on Wednesdays in Norwich. So we look forward for having more business there, like you said, in terms of coming and introducing themselves, collaborating there. And if there are businesses who is looking for growth perspective in terms of business process optimization, those are areas that we look at and support the business, and also looking forward for anybody who is looking for starting up their own businesses. We can actually, our model is quite flexible. We also provide the same white labeled copy to others, so they can start their own business and replicate what we have in terms of the successful business model. So that's Shami Rahim from Norwich. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So good morning, Frederick.
Good morning, everybody. So I am based in Brentwood. I have a cybersecurity hat. It's a something I bring forward. I'm part of. I've just become an affiliate to this organization, and I hope to upgrade to virtual fully virtual status in not less than a month, because I thought it would take me 12 weeks, but the way things are moving, it seems I'll be in only another 3 weeks. I'll be fully virtualized in the world of Clare and Shami. So you'll be seeing me supporting them, and also they'll be supporting me, and we'll build a bigger community. So when it comes, it is good. It is the essence of all this is to bring you whatever you know and add it to what they know, and we all help each other with what we call synergies. So I may know cybersecurity, but there is essence of it all. Why I came in is there is the telecom aspect, which Shami was providing, the ability to have your own in-house system that can link not only you with your clients, but also build up others who want to start their own businesses, and also set up virtual communities. So this system is the digital. It fully consolidates the digital aspect of it all. Then there's a cyber security side. Anyone who has this, it affects all of us, whether you're on a small level or a high level, it affects all of us. So that's
you're a popular man, Frederick. You're a man in demand.
So the cyber security aspect affects all of us at an individual level, at a medium scale level, and at a big level. So you have to practice it at whatever level. I can offer my help in that sphere. Thank you very much.
Fabulous, Fred. And obviously, I just want to highlight to that so that everybody knows specifically, you wouldn't be a virtual agency. And this is why today will help you in my introduction. You will be a hybrid, Frederick, which means that you are a reseller of the services that you provide. And also you are a service provider because you're providing a service for your client. So yeah, in relation to digital services like websites, SEO, social media, lead management, and all those other areas that you're learning now, and also incorporating into your own business and adapting these processes and systems to be able to do it. That's where you're having that real-time virtual live, like we have Office, where we're learning and developing ourselves real time, because yes, we've got the service of the call answering and the chat answering, which I'll go into in further detail, and you can incorporate that into your business for yourself and use Shami's system that is absolutely amazing, that is a telecom VoIP, voice over intercom process that you can use to bring in an income for yourself and also save time and money for your clients as well. So yeah, thank you, Fred. I will be looking forward to you upgrading from your existing business in cybersecurity. You decided to bolt on the affiliate, and obviously Shami put that into your existing website as we set it up. And obviously, as you decide to go into a hybrid agency in the next few weeks, you'll see your website grow even more with even more functionality, and you'll have your own virtual club in Brentwood. And obviously then you'll be able to invite all the cybersecurity and all of that side of things, that. So we've all got different skills to bring to the table. So thank you, guys. My introduction, a little bit different today, just not always just talking about myself, but the introduction about me. Obviously, I'm Clare. I have my own virtual agency in Sheffield. I started really from the CEO experience, doing virtual assistant work in administration 2 years ago. And obviously my company, I was working with clients one-on-one, whereas now I actually am now working more in a mentorship facilitating capacity, where in my real-time virtual rooms, people can bring their own skills and our skills to develop ourselves, and those that are wanting to start a business. So if anyone's wanted to start a business, to come into here, or people that have already got a business and you might be stagnant, you might be looking at your processes and your systems, even your staff, your retention, time management, and those type of things. And you're looking for the right mindset of individuals and people to achieving your goals and turning those strategies into desired results, which ultimately brings change to oneself and the connectivity of our relationships as we grow, and as we have over the last course of weeks, course of months, in bringing this to life, for other people to have their own businesses and own clubs. We're exploring ideas at the same time and implementing these systems and processes so that they become robust for anyone to be able to have their own business as a sole trader, or be able to take this right up to call center level if they wanted to, with Shami's amazing IT development team that are on the back end with Shami within this VoIP digital virtual world that we've started to create. So I'm actually sharing my screen, so I'll start with the presentation. This is about how to start your business. And obviously our model is mainly about becoming an agency. But when I'm a consultant and a facilitator, if someone has an idea and they really don't know conceptually how to put it into place, I'm there to facilitate that in them so that they can run their own business. And we've got a model that's affordable for anybody to do. So this is ultimately the team, myself, trainer and facilitator. I run my own agency style hybrid, which means I'm a reseller of my digital services, and also I'm a service provider and business mentor. So Shami is the founder and developer. His concept to design and providing solutions, building software and IT programming. So our back-end techie team are absolutely fabulous at building what we want, when we want, providing you the support for your agency. So at the moment, Frederick, for yourself, you're an affiliate. So I haven't really gone into a great detail about affiliates, but in essence, any hybrid virtual within our brand then has the license to have affiliates and other agencies within their network, basically. Okay, so as a hybrid, I can have affiliates, I can have virtuals, I can have digitals, and I can have hybrids. So I'll go into further detail what each is. All right, but basically affiliate is a reseller of digital services. You just don't have the call answering and they don't have the chat answering facility as a service to do. And when they upgrade, they can obviously provide those services. Okay, so things that I normally ask people to prepare before they come into a meeting, but a lot of people just come into a meeting and we just start opening, I say, Pandora's box and exploring what they want to do. But the first thing I would recommend for anyone is to prepare before they start a business is find a business idea that they want to run and analyze the market first and find the most profitable business for them. Our solution provides you the tools and system and payment in your bank, and our system assists you with the day-to-day functions to run your business from anywhere. Our business package, and this is the same for virtuals, digitals and hybrids, is exactly the same. It's £49.99 plus VAT a month, which comes out to about £59. Okay, so you have your business in a box model, most of it done for you for that price that you pay monthly. And we're hosting, we're also looking after it, we're backing up and maintaining it on our servers. You basically, as a client or yourself, like you did, Frederick, and like myself, when I decided to change the shape and structure of what I was doing as a virtual assistant before type, is how I was going to bring this into more of an agency model for call answering and chat answering. So you'll decide the type of agency you want. And what I normally say to clients is, do you want your own logo, your own brand, your own theme? Okay, which we can do, and you would provide that in your content. If you then get stuck in, you really have writer's cramp and you can't do it, then obviously we have got content creators that, like ourselves, like me, that can write specific content for your website as well. All right, so we can provide that service for people. So we set the website up, we set up all your e-commerce, so you don't have any of that to do either. We present you a professional email box, which is business, a CRM system, which provides the system so that your leads can come in from your website into the system, or leads can be uploaded from an Excel sheet into the system from any other social media platform if you're collecting information. And it can then be given to people like ourselves, where we can handle the leads, and in that CRM we can telephone, we can email, we can soon chat by text and WhatsApp as well in reminders. And we also get our VoIP cloud-based full reception system with landline number that you can choose your own number as an agency, and virtual agencies all become 033s. And our facility is to become a VA or a virtual receptionist, or a call center, chat assistant, chat line operator to start business, so from cultivating the ideas, other people may come up with slightly different options to what we've initially encountered, or what people explore what they want to do. So the lifestyle of us is running your business from anywhere in any country that supports VOP. So in over 70 countries, you can run your business from your laptop and be answering calls as a virtual receptionist and a chat assistant for your clients on their website from your laptop. So you can operate it yourself, you can be an owner operator, or you can choose to expand your network in various ways. Excuse me. Maybe I get a drink, guys. Run your own agency. You can build a network of agencies. You can run your own network club, which is what you're in now, is our network club, like Sheffield is on Friday mornings, 9 or 10. You can scale in-house, so you could then decide to turn it from sole trader to limited company, or you could have self-employed virtual assistants. You could have, call receptionists handling your calls, and then you can even turn your business into managing lead generation in our CRM for clients, being able to appointment set and able to do administrative duties, or actually, close a transaction for a client because you're referring them back to the website at the same time or something in the process, and it's that handheld service. So you can build a long-term business. So also in here, what's included that we don't really talk about. So yes, we've got the virtual office real-time training, as you've come to discover, Frederick. And I hope you found it valuable so far, that we're actually, working it real time so that people can actually see the CRM being utilized, and actually how we turn the leads that we've generated as agencies and convert them into customers for ourselves or our clients. It provides multiple sources of income for your business itself, 100% income on your call answering and chat answering. And obviously, if you're a hybrid, it's 30% recurring commission per client that you bring on board, that you're consulting and you're looking after over, the years to come. You can run your own club. We help you with campaigns, marketing strategy, which then leads up to like lead management. It's a great network of people, community, and obviously measuring our success management. So myself, Sheffield, I'm a hybrid agency. This style of agency is what I would call whole of market. Okay, and whole of market means that I can look after any client in the market. I'm not specific to a niche. I can, work with a sole trader, a builder. I could work with somebody in financial services, mortgages. I could work with people in wills and trusts. I could work with people in the beauty, healthcare sector, and care, and many, many other things, because of my skill set, that I'm empowering my hybrid agency in the jobs that I've done before and running businesses. So, with this, you run your own agency and you can manage a network of agencies. So I can manage, and any other hybrid out there can manage, affiliates and also virtuals, digitals and hybrids. Both hybrids have call and chat answering service and runs its own virtual club. So we earn 30% on every service that we provide, which is obviously website, social media, SEO, and lead generation, CRM and VOP. And also I can resell clubs as well to people that want to set up their own club, which I might not come on to great detail today, because obviously that's a topic in itself, but it's really quite exciting to explore if we actually open that and find out what type of business models you could actually fit into a virtual video streaming software type business. We earn 100% from our call answering, and we earn 100% from our chat answering, and we earn 70% from our members and subscribers in our virtual club as we grow. Virtuals and digitals are slightly different, but you can have, this is a style of agency, if you imagine, it's industry specific, market or niche. So you might be healthcare, you might be a support worker at the moment, you might want to be working in the care home sector, accountants, financial sector, recruitment or service provider. So your virtual agency would be key specific, whereas a digital is again whole of market, but they're only chat and call answering as businesses. Okay, so they would earn 30% per seat, which is obviously the VoIP reception system, so that the client can have that in our system to be able to answer calls on their number. So imagine, as a virtual receptionist, I can answer the calls of AB Graphic Design, how may I help you this morning? Even though that business is out operating and he's doing what he's doing, he knows I'm actually handling his calls in the day and being able to pass on those messages for him. So again, we earn 100% for call answering, chat, and 70 if you're virtual or digital. Virtuals and digitals can be their own brand as well. So somebody can set up a virtual, like we said, it's key specific, a bit like yourself. At the moment, really, you're key specific to your industry, Frederick. You're cyber, so you're going to build your agency around the cyber world. Okay, but if somebody was wanting to be a support worker, but they then wanted to start their own virtual agency and be an intermediary for care homes, they could answer the calls for care homes and then recruit support workers, and support workers, they could farm them out to the care agencies. They could be that style of agency. They could work in recruitment, with recruitment companies, or they could work in financial sector and be answering calls and leads for mortgage companies, or IFAs in the market. So there's so many options to choose from. Okay. So as we said, how it works is most office hours are 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. roughly, so if you quantify how many calls you could take yourself in an 8 to 9 hour day on average, Monday to Friday to begin, the average call length that we've sort of calculated is 2 minutes to 1 hour. If you was just on reception duty, then it would really be about 2-3 minutes. Whereas if you're on lead generation and appointment setting and introducing the company and your services and getting to know your customer for your client, and actually finding out if you're converting a sale through their website or through our CRM system, then what we can do is then close a deal for them. So we do reception to sales. It just depends on the role of the VA agency that's empowering it behind. So you can just do call answering, but my agency does a lot more besides. So you may have a client that has 5 calls a day, okay, or one that says 50 calls a day, or you may have one that has 250 calls a day. Our system, if you decide to go with a call answering service, provides you a pay and go call and connect package. So every 2.5 minutes out of the package, it deducts £1 or £1.50, £1.75 or £2, depending on the package and the time of the working with your client. So an average is 24 calls in 60 minutes would earn a business, sole trader, on your own, £24 an hour. So imagine now your call answering is 8 hours. That's £192 a day working at home. You could easily take by yourself 250 calls a day, and chat answering on top, maybe 50 chats a day to begin. So our packages start at £50 and go up to £1,000 pay as you go. And if a client only has 5 calls a day, it will only deduct it out of that package as those 5 calls come in. If they have 50 calls a day, then obviously that £50 package is going to be spent, within that £50. All right. But the amount of time, money that you actually can save for your client, when they work it out, in time management or PAYE or staff sicknesses and absence and retention, we're dedicated in our business to looking after the client because it's our business. So, we're not just in worker mode. Okay. So this is the income potential if you run it by yourself and with others. There's no reason why you couldn't run a business with your family or your friends, or, have a collaboration of you, but this is you. Okay, so basically this is me as a hybrid, and it means that I can have other virtuals, I could have other digitals, and I can have other hybrids here as well in my agency as I'm onboarding them, and they're starting to run their own business in this world that we work in. Month by month, you can grow a network of affiliate agencies like yourself, Fred. So I've got a few now where it might be people that want to get into it or already into digital services themselves. But yes, They want to be more in a consultation, in the designing, in the creative process, which is what I like, and onboarding the client so that they can actually see their branding take life as it's taking shape, and they've got their website there, and now they're seeing it's actually working and functioning and doing the job it's doing, and coming into our CRM. Okay, and then month by month, you're growing your clients, maybe website clients, maybe that you're managing the social media because they really don't know how to manage it, or they haven't really got the time. So we can manage social media at £100 a month for 4 posts, and websites we start at £14.99 plus VAT. Monthly, and that includes the hosting, setting it up, your logo and domain, and we've got templates on our website for clients to pick. Oh, I like that template, but could you change it with this logo, this and this? We can. All right. So you can build your clients in the background while you're doing your call answering. So this is the other income potential around your agency as a reseller. I also can resell clubs, classes, lessons. I was thinking the other day, and I will come on to that further probably in another meeting, what type of service could someone have if they want to have their own virtual streaming software and get paid for it. So month by month, as clients that have come to you for a service, you build it. Okay, and then we just go into strategy steps with people. So decide what you're doing. Are you wanting your own brand of business model, style of agency, or do you want a license to work within our virtual agency model like ourselves? So we have other agencies now that have begun, from newbies to people coming out of the workforce, people just want to start something, they're starting to empower their own agency, or they're wanting to completely run their business and grow and develop themselves. We provide everything in our package to be able to provide you that. So you're not having to then shop around and spend so much money in 5 different systems to learn, pay thousands and thousands of pounds out right up front for websites and this and that, and stuck with marketing and how to actually do the business. We're here to help you as coaches and mentors along the way. So you can decide to run it yourself, sole trader, limited, whatever, and you can scale when you require. So if you take on more clients yourself, you can take on more assistants in the office or their home or your home or an office or in any country for your company, depending on what you're wanting to do in your agency. Okay, and then you could just decide to go for the virtual agency hybrid model like myself, and then you have affiliates and virtuals and digitals and hybrids in your own network. So it's a great training with the virtual club. It's a meet and greet, lead generation, and a bit of social life as well. As we know, we want to be connected, and this is an opportunity for people to do it at the same time and grow their skills. So I normally say to people, any final thoughts? It is a business in a box model. It's costing £60 a month, which is a 2-course meal. For me, it's a no-brainer when I've run businesses myself with rent and rates and how much I've actually put in financially to start something up. And the risk is, can I do it? But because I've believed in myself like 25 years ago, I've gone and done some things that, I've even astounded myself when I then look back. So everything is actually set up for you for the payment system as well. So Shami and the team in the IT team actually set up all the e-commerce side and take all that stress away completely. So it's all set up for your company. So your payments go to your bank. So it's, I find it's exceptional value for money. And it empowers your business and saving time and resources. Obviously, I've sort of said about the income streams, but now obviously we've opened it up so people can understand, like yourself, Frederick, and all the other agencies and people that are coming on board, or people that then decide, oh, I do want to start a business, and okay, am I interested in this type of model, and exploring the income streams for them. So you can have virtual assistants working for you, employed or self-employed. Any business can choose how they want to really structure a business, but most people have decided to go with my virtual agency model as a license, really because it's done for you. the pricing's done for everybody and the system's already set up. So you can literally step into the hot seat on day one, start learning that by day 30, you're looking after leads, you're generating leads, you're booking appointments, you're seeing clients, and you're starting to build those up. And other virtual receptionists can then take those and chat assistants for yourself and your clients as then you're building your client base. And you've then got them sitting and doing their job as well and earning a reasonable income. So to begin, what we normally ask clients to do if they want to join, whether it be in virtual club, in our events, is go to my website, virtual-agency.org, or go to Shami's website, or eventually, like yourselves, Fred, they would go to yours as an agency because you're in Brentwood, looking after your local area, but nationally and internationally, I can service any client. They may want a English-speaking virtual receptionist, you know, or they may want somebody to handle their leads and be able to do conversions for them. Okay, so we go through verification on our website real time with yourself as you do a purchase. On my side, you would look at my website, and if I can actually just quickly show my screen, just bear with me if you don't mind, guys. I just think it would just help in the process for people to understand when they're looking at my website. I hope you can see this. Thank you. This is my website, virtual-agency.org. So we have other virtual agencies out there now in their area. But a client would basically pick which agency they would like to have, okay, or an affiliate, or join our club. But for example, they're all the same price if you want to start your business model, but we all start everybody on $49.99 a month. And it shows you got what you get in your package. So the customer would actually buy and do the transaction. You can do it real time with your clients in any of the services that you do. They do their KYC and all their banking is set up straight away so that they can obviously do call answering, chat answering, all the services. Pick their own brand or ours, you know, their own brand, theme, content, and choose the virtual agency franchise model. We don't really want to call it in a franchise because we're not selling a franchise. It's a business model. You know, people are having their own business. It's a license to be able to operate within my branding that I've operated in within the last couple of years as I've been growing and developing myself. So give yourself a logo, brand, content, pricing, buying your domain, hosting it, building your website can take us 1 to 5 days. Once you're complete and you've picked your number for your agency, virtual hybrids are 033 if you look at our website. We set up your social media pages with helping you, you know, giving you information and so you can do it. If you really can't manage, then obviously you can come back to us and say, hey, can you help us and get you set up. If you really then can't manage it as any agency or business, I don't mind. We can provide social media management just so you can get on with your calls and things if you want to. All right, and that's the handheld service. Is that even we're coming on to develop further things, and I think it's just way too much today, guys. But the lifestyle for me, because I have been dedicated a long time ago, I've done the 78 hours, I've done the sweat, I've done the blood, the tears. For me, it was about quality of life now, balance of lifestyle, learning, bringing my skills to the table that I can, learning off other people like myself, with you, Shami, Frederick, and the other agencies, because in psychology is understanding people's mindsets and how we can improve that so we've got job satisfaction for the years ahead. And like I said, sometimes it's quite nice for me to put my feet up at the end of the day, at the end of the desk, and just think, yes, you know, I can just, if somebody just call me or wants to have a chat or book in, I can just have a nice, relaxing, flowing conversation. Or I could go and do a virtual club in another country in a few years or next year and decide that I'm going to run my virtual club, but do it as a conference while I'm there, you know, and use it as a way to introduce the business or help other people run their own business or own club. So that's what I really do as a host and facilitator, is cultivate somebody's ideas and bring it to life. And every virtual digital hybrid can run their own club. But we will not come on to that today, guys. And what I want to just say while I finish is thank you very much for listening to my presentation today. For £60 a month, which is amazing value, you know, you get to start your own business and you can learn in a real virtual office with us. You know, we work video conference real time to develop skills, customer care, develop CRM, lead management for ourselves, for you, and then how you can provide that service for lead generation for them and be able to work it in relation to calls and emails and campaigns for your clients now in the future. So we network, and obviously our business offering and the club and back-end training is included. Thank you.
Thank you, Claire. That's been great. I think the key there is around business model done for you, isn't it? And it's got very nominal. I know you mentioned franchise, and we don't want to say it's just a license to use it. At the same time, the virtual office setup, which is quite nice. You know, myself and Frederick are there normally. You know, we tend to drop in on that. Like you said, you can see naturally, you know, from having a business, how do you actually reach out to clients, how do you begin your business, how you get around things. So it's a natural progression from there. So there's a lot to cover in terms of the services, like you said, in terms of how you actually run your own business. It's all about the dedication, the passion, you know, and at the end of the day, like you said, the quality of life. You know, how do you actually move from, you know, what you are on a day-to-day job and what your aspirations are, and then, you know, once you build and you have a team around, there's a difference in the whole life itself. So yeah, no, it's really great opportunity.
I'm enjoying our virtual office, because also as well, like I know from my years of experience years ago, clients like transparency. So even for a client, they can come into a real-time meeting, and if they want to see how we look and manage our CRM, you know, they can actually see me operating it real time and how I can utilize that for them and use our system for themselves, and then be able to do appointment booking like a PA. A VA is a PA, really, but we're just virtual. You know, the difference is that I've got administration skills, sales skills, because I've worked in those skill set environments. So I'm learning to develop myself now and realize, hey, I can close deals and leads and convert them into customers for ourselves and other people. It's a service.
True. And like Fred said, the community that we bring in, you know, we have got our own expertise. You know, at the same time, that portfolio is getting wider. You know, you can sell your own services, but you also have a add-on to your services. The community that bring in have got its own expertise there. So it's actually, you know, caring and sharing. You know, there's a lot of things that we collaborate on that day when we get the networking clubs, you know, happening on each week. So there's ample opportunity throughout UK. You know, wherever you are, I think, you know, there's an opportunity that you can cultivate and enjoy it and grow from there. And it's if you look at the industry as well, not just being a generic one, you can pick up any niche, like you said, Claire. You know, it's not specific to us to define it. You know, you might land in nice and easy with one area where you actually had your expertise, or if you would just want to, you know, sort of trial out different industries, and you can actually slowly, you know, sort of get to a point where you realize it, or, you know, find it easy that certain things comes to you naturally, and that's where you want to actually focus on. So it's completely open model, and it's
I think the beauty is what
you know,
we've created and cultivated also is for inspiring entrepreneurs or people that want to do it, but like everybody's at their own speed and own level, you know, and that's the beauty of it, you know. And even in our live virtual sessions, when obviously we're not on mute and stuff like that when we're on calls, you know, but at least then some of us can listen to each other in a real-time training session in essence and develop ourselves. And also, you know, people then, if they've got their own fears, like I have, like we all have, we're learning to overcome those fears and weaknesses and turn them into strengths, because normally it's only the mind that limits itself. So by changing our mindset and being around the right positive people, you know, it helps to develop and grow. So even if somebody decides to just have their own agency, run it themselves and be their own agency, they can. You know, that's the beauty of this. If they then just want to run a club or a lesson or classes. They can, and we'll come on to that further because it's too much to discuss today. But I think with some of the ways that we've opened up the opportunities for people to explore in their own minds in consultation, what they want to do as a business. And then what I do as a facilitator is I work out, okay, let's set a plan, let's do it, and let's put it into action if it's something that they seriously want to do, and cultivate from all those ideas and inspirations. But we've got a very simple CRM process now, and also it allows us to scale it if we want to, turn it into a call center or have virtual agents working with you in other countries and logging online, that they then decide, even if they're virtual assistants with you, they may decide later on, oh, I'll have an affiliate business, or I'll have a virtual, or I'll have a digital, and I'll have a hybrid, because they may have learned over 2-3 months period those skills from being a virtual receptionist or a chat answering operator.
Very true, very true. I think, Claire, one key thing that you just touched on is around even just having this, the meetings where we are able to actually come and, put our pitch in, give a bit of a introduction about yourself, what you do, what your aspirations. I still struggle. When we have these networking meetings, it really helps in terms of coming out. Sort of give your page, get to know others. So it's a value add in itself by just attending the networking meetings. And I've seen you having that confidence and also go around, and when new agencies are onboarded, looking at the strategy and seeing from in a holistic perspective, like a business mentor. This it's not just a business that when they start, like you said, there's an aspiration there, there's a vision there, there's a lifestyle that we are building in. So you sort of go through that holistic process and then naturally cultivate it. So it's been amazing, and really thank you for that. And there's a
Yeah,
lot actually, like you said, in terms of how do we start from being a one-man band, how you can actually grow your business. And at the same time, with that expertise, imagine, you're having that expertise, you're bringing that in, and you're going to your customers, and you're actually giving that expertise to them, and they're able to do the same. So it's a really win-win situation. You talk to a customer, you go through, you build your own business. So it's a complete submission in terms of how you actually build your own, at the same time how you actually help others. So it's
it's
amazing.
it's nice because it creates that autonomy, because you're running your business individually, but it also then helps you develop if you then want to grow and outreach. That's what I'm finding as well, and it's brought me out of my comfort zone as well, Shami and Frederick and the team. When I embarked on this 2 years ago, my journey was just to do it for myself and a client. Whereas now I don't have no quotes, I don't have to go through process, I don't have to do the job, I don't have to wait for payment. The client can see real time if they ever want to come into rather than a one-to-one consultation when they have it with me. If they want to come into a real-time session and say, well, what do you actually do? We've got complete transparency to say this is what we do for our customers, and this is what we can do for you because we do it ourselves. So I'm sure it's going to be an amazing journey to come over the next course of months. Shami and Frederick and everybody out there. And I know some of the people are a bit shy, or they're a bit shy to get started, but if you don't start something and take the first step, the most people that are budding in entrepreneurs, if I go back 25 years ago and somebody said to me, you can do a business, but I'll give you a business mentor and a coach that will help you, I would have snatched their hand off.
Yeah.
I didn't. What we're actually ultimately offering, I didn't get years ago. I had
I,
to
I
do
think
it.
even now it's not there, Claire. If you have to start a business by yourself, you go, probably you look at the market, you go through all that process by yourself. You go and get your website, you go to your digital presence there, you build a telephony, you do that, you do this, and then you start thinking about how do I gain customers. So there's a myriad of things, and you start to sort of realize, oh, I have to have different hats, when I'm running my business. So, you could be a salesperson one day, you could be a finance person one day, you could be, a project manager one day. It's a complete sort of, spectrum that you need to cover. But having this, I think at least some of those pains is taken out, in terms of the systems and process and business mentoring and
Well, I know if somebody
strategies.
tried to do this themselves, Shami, it would cost them thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds. Then they've
Oh,
got to
really?
learn
Yes.
5 different systems. And how could any virtual receptionist or anybody use a system when they've got to use 5 different systems? There's no way they would be able to capture the lead, be able to deal with it and handle it from a seamless connectivity perspective, because obviously your system allows us to call out, allows us to email, and obviously soon we're getting on to texting and WhatsApp, which will be amazing from a call answering and chat answering perspective, because it's instantaneous. And for your client, if they're in WhatsApp and it is an important message, my job as technically as a virtual receptionist, label part in my hat, in my many hats, is just to answer the calls politely and professional for our customers and make sure they get their messages.
Yeah, very true. I think the communication channel, as you just touched upon, has evolved quite a lot. Previously we just had one telephone there. You had an email here, and you had a text message there, and you had a fax message here, and you had a website here. You get somebody coming into your website, submit something there. You might get something from your Facebook, you might get something from your telephony. The data is all over the place, and the world has changed now. It's all amalgamated, and it's unified communication. How do you actually bring that little bucket together for SMEs? Because quite often, um, organization MNCs probably will have the budget and sort of capability to run that sort of scale. But with an MNC, when you consider an SME, one-man band, micro businesses, small to medium businesses, there's always a challenge, because there's a lot of things there. It depends upon their experience and what they have seen in the market. They all go into different directions. But I think that's what also, another add-on that we can bring into the business to say, look, it gives you a bit more unified view, a single version of truth where you can easily manage things, so you don't have to worry about where things are. So definitely, that's another big tick in the in the list to say what we offer from a service. But on top of it, like you said, the business mentoring, the kind of collaborative community that we have. Fred, you already run YouTube sessions, and you already have live streaming, so your fear factor is not there. You already, as a businessman, you're out there, and you've got quite nice LinkedIn followers as well. And security world is quite getting hard nowadays, because not like what we had in the past, where things have been in one computer and gone into servers and cloud and so on. But now it's all virtual. People are virtual, the lifestyle have changed. Everything that comes into the online world, there is an element of cybersecurity. So there's different expertise that comes into the whole community, and it'll be nice, actually. We can grow that. And it could be a solicitor, it could be somebody who is running maybe accountancy. There's a lot of opportunities there where people could come and collaborate, and at the same time benefit from what we as a community does. So really, thank you for that.
Fabulous, absolutely great. It's just an amazing journey for us all, and that's what I like, is the journey. What's today going to bring? Yeah, we have some formality in what we do, which is what I quite like. Even though I am quite a wild, free character, for me, I do like that element of management. Managing your time and doing a specific role, and knowing where you're taking it on the journey, and how you're going to develop yourself in there and help your clients and your customers at the same time. And I do believe, even though we are in a digital age, I think things will have a reversion back. People still prefer handheld service. And I've worked in very much industries like that. My very first job obviously was waitressing, working as a Saturday sales girl, selling sales and sundries at 15, 16 years of age, and working in a bar. So the personal skills I learned and developed. But I suppose being around business mentors and like yourself, I've learned a great deal, even in the last 3 months, of changing shape, and Shami having the faith in the idea to develop, hold on a minute, can we take this from a one agency model so that other people have the facility to make a decision and choice in the market what they want to do.
It's been amazing. It's been amazing.
Thank you. It's been an amazing Friday. We're going to be buzzing.
We will be. We had a busy week as well, isn't it? So it'll be nice to sort of look at, and some of the leads that I've listened to the conversation that you had yesterday, Claire, and it's absolutely amazing how certain leads would expand the horizon, and what we as in a community can offer, especially as an agency. Like you said, the synergy, the experience that you have, certain things would just kick in, and you
I
then
think
start
I just try to get people to open up in this discussion, their ideas, because on that initial call that I made yesterday, obviously he nearly put the phone down because he'd already got his website set up, that he's already thinking in his head that he'd got his model. But by opening up the conversation and him actually asking me, well, what do you actually do then, Claire? And how have you just managed to get me on? You must be good. And I said, well, I'm only me. You'll get to meet me if you want to, and get to see me in real-time action. I says, but, I can provide that. And then when he explored it, that I'm in mortgages, financial services and banking and administration as an underwriter. Can you handle my leads then? Right. Okay. Can you do lead management? And I was like, sure. I don't then just be a virtual receptionist. I says, I can actually convert it. Oh, right. Okay. Can you work with our mortgage advisors? I was thinking, okay, we're going to have another mortgage agency, because that's when he said, do you think you could just take the website then? And read it.
I heard more news from Fred also. I think we will come to that. He will reveal it slowly. But there's a lot happening in that space as well. It's so excited to hear that. But we will come to that later. And we've got. What's that, sorry, Fred?
He said, I'll just receive an email. I've received that email from the ISO. He sent me an email.
Yeah. So I'm so excited. There's more to come. So it'll be really nice, actually, if we can hear more. We're just passing 10, Claire. So just to mind you, and
I think maybe we should wrap up for the day, even though we'll get on with the next part of the day and having our meetings and consultations and calls. But thank you, guys. It's been absolutely amazing meeting this morning, and thank you. This is virtual.
Thank you.
Sheffield signing out.
Thank you. Bye.
Hey. How was that long?